Well, people drive like there's 6 feet of snow on the ground.
I thought you were gonna, with your work clothes.
Well, not like you weren't,
I just got out of work.
I was gonna say, not like you weren't out plowing today, right?
Look at you, what's this, I'm clean shaven?
I'm trying to shave the ears.
We are live streaming.
I'm over 40.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, you're old.
I feel old.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lancaster Town Board work session for December 15th, 2025. We do have a presentation tonight, and so we're going to get started with that. Is our presenter ready to roll? Okay, come on up. And Matt, did you have a chance to put that on the computer for him? Well, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was just something else up there a minute ago. So.
Yeah, so good evening, Supervisor and members of the Town Board. First of all, happy holidays. My name is Sean Hopkins. I'm here on behalf of CATCO. Also with me is Bob Blood from GPI Engineering, as well as Cheryl Glose from CATCO. So basically, the situation we have here is this project previously received approvals, including a special use permit and site plan approval. Lo and behold, either Matt or someone from his staff went out there and noticed an additional building on site. Bob, you want to point out where that is? That building has dimensions of approximately 60 by 80 and a height of 38 feet. It is used solely, and this is important to note, solely for topsoil storage. You've probably all seen these buildings before where they have those like concrete blocks and then a membrane. Mm-hmm. So my client unfortunately didn't believe that that was a permanent structure that required site plan approval. Obviously, they're not a developer. They were incorrect with respect to that determination of the code, as has been confirmed by Matt. So basically, what we're asking your input on is amending the site plan to add that building. I think if you look at the grand scheme of the overall project site, I don't think there's really any concerns that would result from that, but we wanted to solicit your input and then proceed to file an application, hopefully by the end of the week.
Okay. What does this do to the project, Matt? Anything?
Nothing, just to account for the additional building that's installed there and perhaps a special use, an additional special use permit for the storage facility. Any processing happening there? It's just raw?
Bob told me that you had reached out to make sure. No, absolutely no processing whatsoever. In connection with heavy construction, which of course is what CATCO does, having the ability to store dry topsoil on site is imperative. But no processing, shredding, any of those activities that people may view as being problematic.
Okay, so basically we have a plan that we missed that building on there. The plan has already been approved for everything at this point.
But I want to note, Supervisor, that building wasn't shown on the plan, so it's
Right.
it's
The approve is for an addition of an existing warehouse space.
Right, just again, we got the public watching as well, so I just want
Last
to
April when this was
Right.
approved,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
including the detention bases and stormwater.
I believe everything else is up to code.
Okay, so the new plan will include the building that we missed previously.
Is it
Right.
technically a building? It's like a big Alaskan tent.
It's
Yeah.
of course. Remember that determination's made by Matt, and that's
So
determination I believe is
It's
that
still
it's
called a
building.
warehouse?
It's a building, it's a storage building.
Technically.
Yeah, and we're okay with that.
Okay.
But I want to make it clear, this was not like a deliberate effort, oh, let's build it and see what happens.
No, I applaud you wanting to put it out of sight and, rather than having an eyesore, I think it's nice.
Yeah, and where it is, it's
Topsoil stuff.
won't be visible.
Okay, I have no further questions. Anybody else have any further questions at this point? Okay,
So thank you. We'll proceed with filing the application. Everyone have a good evening.
thanks.
You also
have a
thank-
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, that's my only presentation that I know of. We have nothing else for presentation wise, right? Okay, what we're going to do for the crowd that we have in here, which is apparently the people on TV is all we have, we're going to go around to the department heads and see what's going on. So this evening, let's start with Chief Gummo.
Nick wants to go first next.
Okay, all right. Can you make a note of that?
Yes.
Good evening. Hope everybody's enjoying this wonderful festive weather we're having. Asking for board support tonight on Resolution 17. We've worked with the school board, and I believe we've selected an excellent candidate to fill the soon-to-be vacant school resource officer position going to be at the middle school. Also wanted to just take a moment to say thank you to Councilman Dickman. Had an opportunity to get to know him specifically over the last couple years since I've become chief, but I've known Adam for quite a few years in my role as a police officer and working with him while he's been at the DPW. It's been a privilege. It's been an honor. I appreciate the support that you've given the police department, and hope you enjoy your free time that you're going to have on every other Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll probably find myself sitting home watching YouTube.
Blowing our phones up
Yeah.
during a meeting.
Yeah.
Nick?
Boy, who can I make laugh?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to give an update on the budget, 2025 budget, where we're at right now. So total revenue right now is at 39 million out of a budget of 39.2 million, so pretty much right on. I'm anticipating that we'll come in around 40.5 million, so got another $1.5 million coming in. That's from sales tax. So that's a positive variance of around $1.5 million over budget. On the expense side of things, we're at about 41 million in spending out of a budget of 43.6 million. So as of today, we're 2.7 under. We still have 2 more payrolls left for the year, so I'm anticipating that we'll finish at 42.7 million, 900,000 under. So with the $1.5 million overage on the revenue side, $900,000 under on the expense side, we're looking at about 2.5 million where we're coming under. So safe to say that we're doing very good, 2025.
Yeah, a lot more real estate, or not real estate, sales tax than anybody anticipated.
Yes.
They always, apparently the last
Mortgage
couple of
tax.
years, what is it?
Mortgage tax, we budgeted only 900,000, we took in almost 1.1 million.
Yeah.
So a lot of buying and selling, in Lancaster, whatnot.
People still buying houses here.
Yeah. Other news, we had the auditors in last week, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. The preliminary audit is done. From what I can tell, everything went very well. They're scheduled to come back in March, which is a whole month earlier than it was last year. So that's a good testament to, a timely audit is a good sign, definitely. We don't want a late audit by any means. And we got reimbursed for Ellicott Creek finally. So $72,000 came back in, covered the engineering phase of that project. And I'm working on getting reimbursed for the senior center and Siebert Road. We submitted $200,000 for reimbursement. That's again for the engineering, planning phase of everything. And work, again, senior center in New York Forward. Working on getting some money back for those projects as well.
Great. Any questions, anybody? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Adam. It's been great working with you.
Same to you, thank you.
Michelle? Good evening.
I have nothing handwritten to go by, so I will do my best.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody knows what we have been doing. Seems like nonstop for the month of December. The guys are presently out there now. We've been actually out there since about 1 o'clock. With that being said, we're good on salt and everything. Our barn is still loaded. We're just plugging along, hoping for a milder next few weeks would be great, but we'll see what happens. We also had our truck contest this year for 2025. We had 10 winners from William Street School. We picked them up, I think it was Wednesday, maybe it was Tuesday. Anyway, we picked them up from school, took them for the ride. They had a blast. Parents were happy, smiling. We stopped at Tim Hortons, got them a donut in case anybody got a lot of trucks at Tim Hortons. Yes, it was us. But they really, really had a good time. The principal of William Street School came up to us. He must be a new principal. Sorry, I don't know his name at the top of my head. He thought it was the greatest thing that we do. So it worked out very well. We're looking for support on number 15. It is for a push box for our other loader, like the loader you guys gave us last year. This is for our other loader, and we are transferring funds from within the highway budget, from the curbing line and the stone line to cover the costs. So we're still within our budget. Also, I would like to thank Adam for everything you've done over many years for me, and wish you the best. Stay off YouTube, because I know you on YouTube. And enjoy.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you for all your support with the highway. Like I say, the guys have been working really hard through all this winter so far, and everybody's been working well together. That's all I have. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle, can I say one thing? I've had, lately, the last few weeks, occasion to drive out of Lancaster and around Western New York, but you can always tell when you're in Lancaster because the streets are great, not anywhere else. I mean, really, it's a marked difference, and I think
I thank you for that. We notice too when we
Oh,
reach
yeah.
certain borders what a difference.
you
But
can really
thank you.
tell.
Thank you very much. Carmen?
Interesting.
Good evening.
Just a couple of things. Obviously, we're keeping up with the snow on the buildings and everything. Guys were working later today, so we could make sure our buildings, library's good. We got a part-timer on the resolution, and then a new conditioner that also will help us with the topsoil and everything on here. We will be the only town to have one, besides the Bisons just bought the same thing. And I know Clarence and all them are looking at it on that. Windows for Town Hall will be in next week. Senior Center, guys, we were there, it was 2 weeks ago, they did all the bottom parts of the inside. Seniors love it. So,
Beautiful.
Adam, I want to thank you for last 8 years helping us and everything in the rec department.
Thank you, too.
So, good luck, we'll see you. You're not going far.
Not yet.
Any questions? Oh, the conditioner we're buying, we have money left in a bond. And then I think what we're trying to do is I gotta talk to Nick to see if we can maybe possibly trade in our cat loader or auction, see which is higher, and see about replacing it because our heat, it's all rotted underneath, and they want to give us $30,000 for trade-in. I'm gonna see what auction does. The other thing we're trying to do is we did not put the Equinox on auction. We're gonna see what Matt wants because it has low miles, and in the summer with the turf and all the parks going, we're looking to put a part-time park ranger back. We got rid of it a couple years ago, and we need it back in the parks. So we're gonna use that car. Once I sit down with Matt, we can figure out how much he wants for it, because it'd be perfect car for that.
Great. Thank you. I'm going to read what Ron Rosler sent me. He couldn't make it tonight. Today, we received approximately 4 inches of snow with possibly 2 to 4 inches more overnight. Brief period of mainly dry weather later Tuesday through Wednesday before more active weather arrives later in the week. Warming through Thursday. Rain develops later Thursday and changes over to snow by Friday. Very windy Thursday through Friday. That was from Ron Rosler. Matt, what do you got for us?
Just a few things. Again, just wishing Adam the best as he's moving on to other things, thankfully not too far away. And if I may also add to Diane's comments to several people that I come across on a regular basis, you can see the demarcation line between municipalities. So I'm going to urge anybody that's listening, I'm going to urge any commercial property owners, residents, that we can assist our great services here with the road plowing by making sure that we're not pushing snow out into the roadways. When we clear our sidewalks, we're putting the snow storage on the private property side, plowing across the roadways. You know, it's just, these guys do such a great job. And I think that we can help them by keeping as much snow out of the roadway and the right of way as possible. And that's pretty much it. And if we're going to withhold that auctioning of that Equinox, maybe we need to rescind that resolution and put it on the auction, just so that it's clear. I've got the The Kelly Blue Book value, I could email it to everybody just so you can see what the values are and move on.
Yeah, why don't you guys figure out exactly what it's worth,
I'll
send it to the board, and, then we'll rescind that resolution.
Email out pretty quickly.
Great, thank you. Ed?
Let's see, a couple of things. Walden Pond Turf, we're dealing with the press box, looking at some options for that right now, along with the bleachers. Carmen and I have been talking. The New York Forward, as Carmen said, windows are starting next week. The rigging is finished, the outside sign has been awarded, they're starting on that. The senior partition wall is about 90% complete. They hung the wall finally, they just have some finished work to do on the soffit. And then the only other thing we've started working on is parks capital planning, starting to work on some concepts for the parks and looking at costs for different improvements across all the parks.
Okay. And again, so people know who are listening, coming to town hall, the windows are going to be changed out beginning next week. We got it broken up into a particular plan. Shouldn't really interfere with anything going on here at town hall, and everything should be open the way it is. If anything changes, we'll get word out there via the website and let everybody know what's going on. But these windows here are going to go bye-bye, and some new ones are going to come in. They are colored the same way as the building was originally, and we can't wait till all that gets completed. Diane, what do you got for us?
Well, we have wrapped up the 2025 school tax collection and have already started the 2026 town and county tax collection. I've approved the bill prototype, and I know the assessors are working on the numbers and to send to the county. And early in the year, our bills will be printed, and you'll get a letter again from me. That's it.
Names all over everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Emily, what do you got?
Thank you. I don't have anything tonight.
Okay. Why don't we go quickly through the resolutions and go from there? First resolution is mine. Affirm the minutes of the regular meeting of the town board held December 1st. Second one is also mine. Approve the audited claims. Councilmember Dickman, number 3, please.
That's just the building permits that's going around.
Councilmember Burkhart, number 4.
Authorize executive intermunicipal agreement, Town of Clarence Highway Department.
Okay, number 5 is set public hearing for the fire protection services contracts. Councilmember Burkhart, number 6.
Approve agreement with Wendell Consulting.
Okay, 7 is appoint Clint Schaefer, part-time permanent Parks Rec and Forestry Department. Councilmember Schroeder, number 8, please.
Renewing the lease with the Lancaster Amateur Radio Club.
Okay, Councilmember Dickman, number 9.
Number 9 is for the special use permit for O'Connell Electric at 20 Lancaster Parkway. It's a renewal.
Okay, Councilmember Burkhart, number 10.
Authorize salvage yard license AJ's Auto.
Okay, 11 and 12 are kind of combined. Number 11 is to rescind the personnel rules for employees in service town of Lancaster because it's very, very old, and we'll solve one of the problems in there. With number 12, authorize extension, compensation, and benefits to non-represented full-time employees. Councilmember Schroeder, number 13, please.
We are going to submit again a grant request for the expansion of the DCO building to keep up with the new ag laws about segregating unvaccinated dogs. We did not receive it last year. We're going to, after being debriefed, we're going to make our changes and submit it again.
Okay, number 14, set a public hearing, Woodspring Suites at 0 Maple Drive. Based on the overwhelming ask of the residents of the town of Lancaster. Councilmember Burkhart, number 15, please.
Approve expenditure for 12-foot storm box pusher plow.
Okay, Councilmember Schroeder, number 16.
Additional equipment for Parks and Recreation.
17 is appoint Keith Doctor, School Resource Officer. Councilmember Dickman, number 18.
This one's another special use permit renewal for a home bakery on Pleasant View Drive.
Okay, 19, approve budget transfers, 2025. Number 20, approve increased request Urban Engineers of New York regarding Siebert Road culvert design. Number 21, adopt and ratify collective bargaining agreement with the Cuba Club Police Benevolent Association. And number 22, adopt final scoping document, Windsor Ridge South Phase 2. Scoping document basically means They got a pause deck, they had to turn something into the town of Lancaster. We took a look at what they came up with and came up with a response to that they're gonna have to answer the questions to, so that's what that's all about. Why don't we take a little break, and we'll be back right at 7. Oh, yes.
I wanted to give you guys an update. Our neighborhood is over $50,000 so far, and it's actually a week than our last year. We're a week ahead of schedule.
Okay. Mike.
Carmen, I forgot, who are you guys donating the money to?
Sleep in Heavenly Peace, they make the beds for kids.
That's right,
little
okay.
kiddos.
Oh, nice.
My daughter and granddaughter volunteered to help collect money for that, so they'll be out there at some
Yeah,
point.
we're over 50,000 so far.
Freezing our buns off.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll be a little warmer that day,
Yeah.
but, all right, we're gonna take a little break, be back at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
How you doing?
So, in between this, we're gonna do this. Before we get in. Sure. Oh, you got it? Thank you.
Outside my drawer down. It was all cleaned out Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know if they need a letter from us. Johnny just thinks it's going to come on April 17th, and I don't know if that's true, because it's really.
Is there anybody up on the planning board? Is it? Yeah. It's been on there for a while, that's neat, because it's a 7-year term, right? I think it's a 7-year, I think it's a 7-year term.
I don't know.
That dead end with the fence, and we spoke on the phone, gate. Can you go with John and explain this to this guy?
He's got clear,
He says,
Whatever.
well, the town is putting the snow there.
yep.
But you said that he's responsible to keep that,
Gotta maintain the
right?
fire apparatus access. I'm not
That's on. It's on.
Sorry.
She sent me an email. She did send me an email. And she goes, call when she has some time and ask can you for
Wait a minute, Emily, this is your last meeting too.
I think I'll be back next year.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know, I thought someone said that you didn't want to come.
I originally did say to Jennifer, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna come back next year, but then.
Good.
Talked you into it.
Talk me into it. Well, I quit my full-time job, so that makes it a lot easier to do this. Initially, I'm like, there's no way.
You're not working at Mulgrave?
No. Yeah, I decided not to go back there, so stay home with my baby all day, which is the best.
Yeah. Well, that's good, I'm glad to be back though.
Yeah, me too.
And you got at least 3 more years.
Yeah.
We should have been 4, but
Oh, you got shorted because of the change of the law?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't believe that they were even here to do that.
Well, you got the votes, you can do anything, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, that's what it really boils down to.
So you run next year in the presidential election next time? Yeah, it must be.
It must be.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, that's how they want it.
Yeah.
You do it every 2 years.
I smell like it.
They figured there'd be
I still didn't go into
better
the bottle.
voter turnout.
You're what?
Typically.
I feel like going to my truck.
I just wish
We
they
have
moved.
a case of water bottles sitting in our,
line up.
every meeting before
stupid.
I leave. I
I grab
typically
it
walk to the
about-
front
yeah.
door.
Yeah.
No, I always forget. I was like, I'm getting in the car.
That's why I never understood like the county.
So today, I'm like, no, I'm going.
Like the
Yeah, I
the
got
Congress is saying it's like every 2 years. It's like you're always on.
Every time.
You're always running.
You're always, yeah.
It should be a 4-year thing. It's crazy.
Well, there were towns, when I first came out here from Albany, I was shocked because there were a lot of towns out here with the supervisor.
Really?
I went, I said, that's absurd.
That's crazy. Yeah, just looked at the radar. It's looking like probably 9 o'clock. The snow will be back.
We got a lot of snow, I was surprised.
It came out. It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Came out
It
fast.
started about like 1, 2, I went out, ran out. I hear my cameraman off, my son's plowing the driveway. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Eventually, I'll get to see my own joke. I don't know why. Sometimes my neighbors take care of me. It's pretty nice. Because the worst thing in the world is when you come home at like 4 in the morning and you gotta be back at 7:30. So either
Wow.
they're doing it to be nicer because they don't want to hear my
That's
stuff
the problem.
30 in the morning.
This, not so much of a problem. That
I went
is
down
a
to a
huge
place in
problem.
East Otto Friday.
All those guys, if
Could
they
not
get
in
into that
walk in.
place, because the other entrance is
You know,
blocked, they're
got
not
about
gonna
500
get
foot
through.
driveway.
That's why it's in East Otto?
Yeah.
So,
Can you send that to me?
yeah.
Cleaned it all out.
Yeah, you know,
It snowed over the weekend a little bit, not much.
If you would.
Just
So
look at
I
the camera
can-
now. And another, at least
so
another foot.
this is, yeah, he's saying that
put it
you're
there.
doing that. Now, okay, this
I go down
gate
tomorrow night.
is the
It's
responsibility.
supposed to warm up. So I'd like to
This
get it
pole
cleaned up
is
so
probably where
that
the
if it warms up, it's
is.
gets a
First
chance
time
to
to
melt.
see the sign that I made.
They need to,
And somebody thanked
What
me
is it?
for
What do you have, like a
the
home
sign.
camp?
their home site.
People like-
No, we built it as a place to retire. We built
That's
it
not
15
where
years
it's
ago.
going.
It's a log
That's
cabin,
apparatus access road.
2,800 square
You
foot.
can't get emergency.
Yeah.
You wanted it.
Down in East Otto.
This is
About
nothing.
halfway between Springville and Elton.
How many acres?
That's nothing.
Oh, that's
So I
perfect.
actually.
My son's buddies come down, they want
Comment on
Compared to
Facebook.
this,
It's
that's
built into the side of a hill, so it's, you know,
Nobody
walk
takes the
out.
time to say something.
The basement is
gate
turned.
has to be.
It's a full living room, bathroom, bunk room, six sets of bunks, three sets of bunk beds, hunters.
How many more years before you retire, you think?
I got a couple. Yeah, my wife retired. Well, we go down every weekend.
I made,
Thanks.
We snowmobile, the trail goes right across our property, so that's, open the garage and go. It's nice.
Said we're gonna call on you first. No, we're good.
It's a log cabin. It's a real log cabin. It's like a-
Be safe out there.
It's nice. It's only an hour door to door, so it's not, no, it's not. It's a long trip to get there.
And it's a decent location, because if you need anything, Springville's not,
Oh, Springville's right there. Yeah, I'm 8 minutes from Springville.
you're not far from Elkville.
No, I'm right in the middle, right smack between the two of them.
Actually, you know where we like to go sometimes? Just a 2-part from there, so I like to go to Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba Lake's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Cuba cheese down there, and there's some antique shops.
And I can actually, lots of times I'll be there, and I can come to work here just as easy as I can from where I live north.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go pretty close to the haunted Hinsdale house.
Yeah, my wife's sister owned, well, they still own a big, had a big dairy farm. They don't farm anymore, they got rid of the cows, but it was a piece of their land they never used, so they bought it from 16, 17 years ago, built on it.
Yeah, stupid snow. Well,
Okay, guys, we're going to get started in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Plus it's cold. It's been a lot colder than it normally is this time of year.
Breezy.
That's the issue.
Yeah. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lancaster Town Board meeting for December 15th, 2025. Diane, roll call, please.
Councilmember Burkhart.
Here.
Councilmember Dickman.
Here.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Here.
Councilmember Studley. Supervisor Leary.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation, which will be led by Diane Terranova tonight. Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing.
During this holy season, we lift our prayers for peace in our hearts, in our homes, and in the world. May the message of Christmas be a beacon of hope, guiding us to strive for harmony and understanding with one another. Let your peace reign in our lives as we seek to live in the light of your love. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, this evening we have one public hearing, which we'll get to in a little bit. We have 22 pre-filed resolutions. We have the one public hearing, and then later we're going to be going into executive session to talk about two different topics, which are basically contracts and personnel. Before we get into the public hearing, at this point in time, I'm sure a lot of you may know that Councilmember Dickman, this is his last meeting with us this time around. We'll see what happens in the future, but we want to make sure that we recognize Adam for his service to the community. So Adam, we have a proclamation for you. Whereas today we honor Councilmember Adam Dickman as he steps down from his position after serving on the Lancaster Town Board for 8 years. Whereas Adam Dickman was elected to serve as a Lancaster Town Board council member beginning his first term on January 1st, 2018, being subsequently re-elected for a second four-year term. Whereas Adam, a graduate of Lancaster High School, continues to reside in Lancaster with his wife of 14 years, Deborah, who is with us tonight. Together, they are active members of many different organizations throughout the community, including the Lancaster Moose Lodge, the Lancaster Lions Club, the Elks Lodge, and the Depew Community Center. Whereas Adam Dickman is also a dedicated employee of the Village of Lancaster, where he's worked as a laborer for over 10 years. Whereas Adam Dickman has also played a crucial role as the head of the Public Safety Committee for the town of Lancaster, which the chief alluded to earlier, where he has overseen the expansion of the Lancaster Police Department. Whereas since the age of 18, Adam Dickman has courageously worked as a volunteer firefighter to protect and serve his fellow residents in the town of Lancaster, and he is currently a member of the Twin District Volunteer Company. Whereas Adam Dickman has contributed many ideas and helped shape key discussions during his time on Lancaster Town Board and was instrumental in the development of the new Lancaster Dog Control Facility located at 525 Pavement Road. Now, therefore, the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster wishes to recognize the accomplishments of Adam Dickman and thank him for all his years of dedicated service to our community. Adam, thank you very much. We have a present for you as well. Open that up.
Sure. What do you got?
Okay, the front of the shirt.
Says, proudly serving our community for over 8 years, Town of Lancaster. Got my name on the back. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, thank you guys.
Any words at this point, Adam?
Well, 8 years went by very fast, I have to say that. You know, I thought people were crazy when they asked me to run some years ago, and I didn't think I had a shot, and then I got elected, and think I did the best I could, and we always had a good group of people on the board. I've made so many good friends throughout 8 years, and I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very stressful at times, but you know, I've watched so many people grow in the community. You know, like the chief back there, I've known for years, and it's been fun to watch him move up from patrolman to chief, and you know, even our assistant chief and Keith back there. I remember when he got hired, and now he's going to be a school resource officer. We have another lieutenant back there. I remember when he got hired. And it's just fun to watch the town grow, and we've done so much over the last 8 years, and especially the last year with the help of the current board and the supervisor with all the improvements to the buildings, the senior center, and that turf field. It's just amazing the things that have been done, and I know you guys have plans to continue that into the future. And Tom Anicola, who will be taking my spot, I have a lot of faith in him. He's a great guy, and he's going to work really hard. So I just want to thank everybody for their support, my wife, my family, my friends, all the department heads. You know, we have the best police department, the best highway, the best parks department. You can't argue with that. So thank you guys for what you do, and thank you for always helping me, and I'm going to miss everybody, but you'll still see me around. Thank you.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Okay, at this point in time, we are going to move on to our public hearing, and I'm going to read the legal notice for local law number 1, amending the code of the town of Lancaster, chapter 350, article 10, vehicles and traffic. Legal notice is hereby given that pursuant to a resolution of the town board of the town of Lancaster adopted on December 1st, 2025, a public hearing will be held on the 15th day of December 2025, which is today, here at Lancaster Town Hall, to hear all interested persons regarding local law number 1, amending the code of the town of Lancaster. The purpose of the hearing is to provide an opportunity for citizens to express their sentiments, concerns, or views which would benefit citizens of the town of Lancaster. All citizens who wish to be heard are urged to attend this public hearing. Copies of the proposed local law number 1 was available and is still available, amending the code of the town of Lancaster, chapter 350, article 10, vehicles and traffic, at the town clerk's office, right in the office next door. And that's pretty much it. So at this point in time, we're going to open the, can I have a motion to go into the public hearing, please?
So moved.
Okay, second?
Second.
And on the roll.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
And now we're going to go on to anybody who wants to be heard on this change in the local law. Please raise your hand. You come up to the front and be heard on this. Okay. Anybody at all? Okay. I got to say, this wasn't really clear as to exactly what was being done here, the change. So we put an explanation on the town website. And Councilmember Schroeder, do you want to go through this a little bit and talk about exactly what this local law would do?
Actually, it's parking on cul-de-sacs. It's an aid to allow buses and large apparatus to get through better, and also plowing, assist for plowing.
Okay. So we have heard from individuals who are not here this evening, but we had heard of the imposition, what this might cause the way it was initially written up. So there are changes as to the way it's being done. So now it's just going to be, there will be no parking around these cul-de-sacs on particular streets only during certain months of the year, basically in the winter time. So during the summertime, those same restrictions will not be in place if this law passes by the vote of the board, but it's changed a little bit. And again, we did get some people who are saying, well, it's just too much of an imposition. We got nowhere else to park. It'll only be active during the same time period pretty much as the winter parking. So you won't be able to park on the cul-de-sac side during the winter months. And if anybody wants to review the law, take a look at it, whatever, you can contact the town clerk's office and get a copy of it. Okay? Seeing as no one else, any other statements on that? Anybody want to talk about it at all?
I mean, really, as Chief alluded to the last board meeting, they're not going out and just going through cul-de-sacs. Just be smart with that. I know Christmas is coming up. I know parking is going to be hard. But if it's snowing, and it's snowing a lot, please be cognizant of that, and that our plows are going to be coming through, and they do have to plow your street. They have to come around. So be smart. I know, a lot of people pull out, park in it to plow their driveways, and then pull it back in. This is really to be able to get in there, be safe for our kids and the buses, and also allow the plows to get in and clean your cul-de-sac, and so you can get out as well. So.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. And one last time, nobody wants to be heard on this one. No hands are up. Can I have a motion to close the public hearing, please?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
On the roll?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, we're going to move on. At this point in time, individuals who want to address the town board on any of the pre-filed resolutions may do so. The town board will hear the concerns of persons desiring to address the town board on any of these pre-filed resolutions for a total period of 30 minutes. Procedures are, please raise your hand, be recognized by yours truly, the supervisor, give your name and address to the town clerk, speak directly to the town board members, not the audience, using the microphone provided, speak once for 5 minutes or less, unless the town board grants the speaker an extension of this time limit, and any unruly activity will result in expulsion from the meetings. Is there anybody here this evening who wants to be heard on any of the pre-filed resolutions? Please raise your hand. Yes, ma'am?
Kathleen Pajacki, 112 Maple Drive, I'm near number 14.
Yes, go ahead.
Public hearing for Wood Spring Suites. Hoping more residents would be here today, but apparently not. I want to thank the board for putting that on the agenda and then giving us one more chance to voice our concerns as the residents here. I have sent you an email regarding tax information. I have not yet received a response from you, so I'm still...
Yeah, I've part of it here this evening. Basically, you were asking about the Red Roof Inn and what they pay in taxes.
Correct,
Okay,
versus all of the hotels versus what the residents pay in taxes.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what reports we can put together for that, but this is a document I can give to you this
Okay.
evening, which shows that the Red Roof Inn is paying to the town of Lancaster approximately $15,201.98, and of that, $2,723.47 went to the police fund. Okay, so it kind of breaks it down. You know what they're paying, you know how much is going to the police department,
And I
you
know how
have all
much
the
I pay in
information.
taxes alone, so you take all the Bowmansville residents, that's probably 10 times the amount that we pay in taxes to the town, and we vote, those people do not.
Okay. And
Just
it shows you how much
voicing
is
that
going towards the
concern.
police department, which you were asking about as well.
Yes, I did get a response from
Yeah.
Bill, which he can't really give me that type of information, other than I did want to allude to that we have had an increase of border patrol in the area, which Bill cannot comment on, because it's not their jurisdiction, but obviously very concerning that we have border patrol also in the area now, policing those hotels that we currently have in the area, so.
Yeah, well, from my perspective, and I think the board, if I can speak for the board, we are all for enforcing federal law, state law, county law, local laws,
Right.
and we're all for it.
Okay.
So if they're here doing their job,
Right, exactly,
we're
right.
absolutely all for it.
Well, I'm all for it too, but it's very concerning that we have to have that. And we had another cheap, excuse my language, ass hotel, you're going to only have more of that.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate the prior administration federally let in a whole bunch of people into the country, and now
I
somebody's got to
understand
find
that,
those
but
people.
you know,
so.
yeah, don't
Yeah.
put the blame on other people. There's also an increase I've noticed of buses picking up children at these hotels, so that's an increase in our school. If there's dogs living there, are
May I
they
think-
required?
Not to interrupt, but the resolutions for the public hearing, I think that would be what you're saying,
It-
for the
it
public
should-
hearing
it
would
would
be
be for the public
would be the
hearing.
perfect,
Okay,
for
all
that,
right.
when everybody's here.
Yes.
And,
Because she's not.
yeah, Melissa Studley as well
Okay,
would be
well,
here,
then,
but I
again,
think
just
that.
thank
I'll
you.
send this to you via email, so
Okay,
you'll have it.
perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else want to be heard on any of the pre-filed resolutions? Please raise your hand. Okay, seeing no hands raised at this point, we're going to close out that section and move on to official reports. Reports of the town board committees. Do we have anything from the council members?
Just the Youth Bureau Day of Giving is this Wednesday, and the ladies over the Youth Bureau have put together quite an operation again, and it's wonderful that the Youth Bureau does this for our community. The need has increased, unfortunately, but very happy that we're being part of helping those others.
And if anybody had a chance to read, the Lancaster Bee did a little article on there. You can contact the Lancaster Youth Bureau. They're looking for specific items, which is listed in that story in the Lancaster Bee. I am going to report at this point, I was at the VFW on Saturday where they were giving out Christmas gifts to the children there. And unfortunately, in talking to the commander, there are some issues going on right now beyond their control, which is the raising of the rates for NYSEG in this particular instance. They've gone from $225 a month up to, they were at $1,100 for the month. The last month, talking to NYSEG, they were able to get it to a balanced budget of $900. Unfortunately, the VFW can't afford that. Okay, so we are in contact with Frank Tadaro from our county ledge, our state representatives, Pat and Paul, and Nick Langworthy's office, our congressman. We're talking to everybody we possibly can to see if we can't come up with some funding for them, because these, as we all know, these electric bills are just basically getting crazy. But again, we don't want to put in danger our non-for-profits, especially something like the VFW, which is out there working for the veterans. So we're working to do everything we can, and hopefully we can come up with some solution. Frank Tadaro came up with a possible solution, but it's not finished yet, doing his job. And, we're kind of limited in the town as to what we can do, but we're going to try to see what we can do as well as everybody else. And I'm putting that out to the public because, again, it's just completely shocking to me that, NYSEG can come in here, which is no longer owned by an American company. It's ultimately owned by a foreign company with investors from around the world dictating to this area what they're going to charge for electricity, and put our local non-for-profits or other businesses or our residents in danger of not being able to pay their bills. So to me, it was absolutely shocking, the amount of money that it went up. But we will be in contact with the public, let you know what's going on, where that stands, and any type of solution that we may come up with. Okay? Anybody else have anything else? All right, we're going to move into our pre-filed resolutions at this point. You got copies of these for me? I don't know why this is starting at the wrong number. I don't know what happened to the other ones. Give me yours. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Resolution number 1 is mine. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of the town board held December 1st, 2025 be and are hereby affirmed. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart.
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman.
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Yes.
Supervisor Leary.
Yes. Resolution number 2. Be it resolved that the following audited claims be and are hereby ordered paid from their respective accounts as per abstract to be filed in the office of the town clerk by the supervisor's office, to wit, check run number 12/15/2025. Total amount hereby authorized to be paid is $1,371,930. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart.
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman.
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Yes.
Supervisor Leary.
Yes. Resolution number 3, Councilmember Dickman, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board. I offer Resolution 3 for adoption. Resolved that the following building permit applications be and are hereby reaffirmed. We have 19 in the town, 9 in the village, for a total of 28. Now therefore be it resolved that the building permit applications coded CSW for a conditional sidewalk waiver be and are hereby reaffirmed with a waiver of the town ordinance required for sidewalks. However, the waiver is granted upon the express condition that the town of Lancaster, any future date, reserves the right to order sidewalk installation at the expense of the property owner.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Councilmember Burkhardt, number 4, please.
Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board, I'm offering Resolution 4 for adoption. Whereas it is in the public interest to renew the intermunicipal agreement with the Town of Clarence, which allows for the Town of Lancaster's Highway Department to collect materials, leaves, wood chips, brush, and other like materials, and deliver said materials to the Town of Clarence Highway Department for composting. And whereas the attorney for the Town of Lancaster, along with James Dusing, Superintendent of Highways for the Town of Clarence, have negotiated and prepared a renewal of the intermunicipal agreement setting forth the terms and conditions between the Town of Lancaster and the Town of Clarence. Now therefore it be resolved as follows. Number 1, that the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to execute an intermunicipal agreement between the Town of Lancaster and the Town of Clarence, allowing the Town of Lancaster Highway Department to collect the delivered materials to the Town of Clarence for the sole purpose of composting. This agreement shall commence on January 1st, 2026, and continue through December 31st, 2028. And 2, that the town attorney will distribute the executed copies of said agreement to the appropriate parties.
Do we have a second?
Second?
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 5. Whereas the Town of Lancaster has negotiated contracts for fire protection services with Bowmansville Volunteer Fire Association Incorporated, Mill Grove Volunteer Fire Department Incorporated, Town Line Volunteer Fire Department Incorporated, and Twin District Volunteer Fire Company Incorporated. And whereas the Town Board must conduct a public hearing before approving said contracts, now therefore be it resolved, a public hearing will be held before the Town Board on January 5th, 2026 at 7:05 p.m. here at Town Hall, 21 Central Avenue, Lancaster, New York, at which time all interested persons shall be heard in regard to the fire protection contracts. 2, the town clerk is directed to publish notice of this public hearing in the Lancaster Bee no less than 10 days prior to the public hearing. And 3, this resolution shall take effect immediately. Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 6, Councilmember Burkhart, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board. I'm offering Resolution 6 for adoption. Whereas on December 5th, 2011, the Town of Lancaster entered into an agreement with Wendell WD Architecture, Engineering, Surveying, and Landscape Architecture, PC Wendell, to provide professional services which include upgrades to the town's functional geographic information system, GIS, for the development and implementation of ArcGIS server web mapping application, WMA, integration and update of culvert layer, drainage analysis, and GIS technical support and training. And whereas the contract with Wendell to provide annual GIS web map application hosting and ArcGIS online administrative and GIS/GPS support services for the Town of Lancaster's GIS program has expired according to the contract terms. And whereas Highway Superintendent John Pilato has requested that the town renew said agreement with Wendell for ArcGIS online administrative and GIS GPS supportive services and GIS web map application hosting services as included in the software subscription agreement for the 2026 calendar year. And whereas the 2026 cost for Wendell's ArcGIS online administrative and GIS GPS support services is $4,000 and the cost for the GIS web map application hosting is $4,900 per Wendell's proposed date of August 21st, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby approves the GIS services agreement between the Town of Lancaster and Wendell to provide the town's Highway Department professional GIS support services, which includes ArcGIS online administrative and GIS GPS supportive services and GIS web map application hosting services for an amount not to exceed $8,900 per the proposal dated August 21st, 2025, which will be paid for with funds available in the town's 2026 Drainage Professional Services budget line. Be it further resolved that the Town Board hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute the 2026 GIS Services Agreement and the software subscription agreement with the Wendell effective January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, pending receipt and approval of a professional liability coverage effective January 1st, 2026 by the town's attorney.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 7, whereas by letter dated December 4th, 2025, Carmen Ciccarelli, Maintenance Crew Chief for the Town of Lancaster, has recommended the appointment of the following individual to the position of part-time permanent in the Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department for the fall-winter season of 2025-26. Now therefore be it resolved, the following individuals hereby appointed to the following part-time permanent position in the Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department, working no more than 19.50 hours per week, and this being a part-time position provides no health insurance, sick days, vacations, or other fringe benefits not specifically mandated for part-time employees. This is Clint Schaefer coming on as a recreation attendant for youth wrestling at a rate of $15.50 per hour, effective December 2nd, retro 2025. Be it further resolved, this appointment is contingent upon successful completion of all pre-employment checks and appropriate paperwork filed with the supervisor's office, New York State required certifications, new hire training programs, completion of town policy acknowledgments, and be it further resolved that the supervisor of the town of Lancaster shall be authorized to take all necessary action to implement the foregoing. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 8, Councilmember Schroeder, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I move resolution number 8, whereas the town of Lancaster and Lancaster Amateur Radio Club would like to enter into a lease agreement to lease an approximately 900 square foot space with the right to place radio towers and antennas on the roof of the town facility located at 525 Pavement Road, Lancaster, New York. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Lancaster hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute on behalf of the town of Lancaster the lease agreement for the Lancaster Amateur Radio Club as presented between the town of Lancaster and the Lancaster Amateur Radio Club located at 525 Pavement, Lancaster, New York, effective immediately.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Councilmember Dickman, number 9, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor, Honorable Board. I offer Resolution 9 for adoption. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster held a public hearing December 20th, 2021 upon the application from Brad Keatley, Buffalo Division Manager of O'Connell Electric Company, whose corporate headquarters is in Victor, New York, for a special use permit to operate an electrical service business, which includes retail sales in the premise locally known as 20 Lancaster Parkway in the town of Lancaster. Whereas by letter dated December 1st, 2025, Chris Wall, Buffalo General Manager for O'Connell Electric, has requested that the town board renew the special use permit for an additional 2-year period. And whereas Matt Fischione, the town's code enforcement officer, completed an on-site inspection and found the property compliant to the original conditions of the special use permit by his letter dated December 4th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Lancaster does hereby grant a renewal of the special use permit to O'Connell Electric to allow the operation of an electrical service business, including retail sales on the premise known as 20 Lancaster Parkway, upon the terms and conditions set forth in the zoning ordinance for the period of January 3rd, 2026 through January 2nd, 2028, and that the applicant will continue in compliance with the conditions set forth in special use permits of the Code of the Town of Lancaster and to any additional conditions listed herein if the applicant continues to engage in the occupation listed on the premise, namely, and there are 3 conditions.
We have a second.
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 10, Councilmember Burkhart, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board. I'm offering Resolution 10 for adoption. Whereas J. Renkus and Sons, Inc., AJ's Auto, LLC, 955 Ransom Road, Lancaster, New York, has applied for a license to conduct a salvage yard on premises situated at 955 Ransom Road within the town of Lancaster pursuant to Chapter 275, salvage yards in Chapter 400-23D, junkyard salvage yard design standards of the Code of the Town of Lancaster. And whereas the application was referred to the town board for review, and whereas the building inspector, by dated December 4th, 2025, has notified the town board that he has completed his review and made a favorable recommendation thereto. Now therefore it be it resolved that J. Rankus and Sons, AJ Auto, at 955 Ransom Road, be and is hereby authorized to conduct a salvage yard on premises situated at 955 Ransom Road for the period January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026, in strict conformance with the application of the petitioner as filed in the office of the town clerk.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 11. Whereas by resolution adopted on February 1, 1971, and as amended from time to time, the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster authorized the personnel rules for employees in the service of the Town of Lancaster, and whereas this document and all subsequent amendments have become outdated and unnecessary, and whereas the Town of Lancaster would like to rescind the personnel rules for employees in the service of the Town of Lancaster and all amendments thereto, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Lancaster hereby rescinds the personnel rules for employees in the service of the Town of Lancaster and all amendments thereto. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 12. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster has recently completed negotiations of the collective bargaining agreement with the CSE White Collar Unit. We haven't completed our in negotiations collective bargaining agreement with the CSEA White Collar Unit. Whereas after due consideration, the Town Board deems it to be appropriate to continue certain benefits received by members of the CSEA White Collar Unit to those non-represented full-time employees of the Town of Lancaster who are not members of the CSEA White Collar Union or any other town union. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby authorizes the extension of the following benefits provided in the current agreement between the town and the CSEA Town of Lancaster White Collar Unit to all non-represented full-time employees. That deals with compensation, vacation, holidays, sick benefits, death in the family, bereavement, leave of absence without pay, workers' comp, hours of work, overtime, jury duty, and hospitalization. 2, this resolution does not apply to employees who are regular part-time, permanent, part-time, seasonal, or temporary. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor, the town clerk, and the town highway superintendent have agreed and therefore shall be subject to health insurance premium contribution and health insurance buyout payment requirements set forth in Article 14 of the CSEA agreement effective January 1, 2016, even though those officials shall not receive any adjustments to their current compensation rates. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Councilmember Schroeder, number 13, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I move resolution number 13, whereas the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets is providing grant monies to offset a portion of costs associated with the renovation, upgrade, and rebuilding of facilities necessary for the secure containment, health, and adequate care of the shelter dogs and cats. And whereas the town of Lancaster needs an area to keep quarantined animals safely separated from unquarantined animals, and whereas the grant will be awarded in an amount not less than $20,000 and not more than $500,000, with amounts awarded not exceeding 90% of the total project cost, and whereas all applications must be completed electronically online through the statewide financial system vendor portal, now therefore be it resolved, the town of Lancaster hereby authorizes Robert E. Leary, Lancaster Town Supervisor, or representative to act on the town's behalf by submitting an application through the online portal for the purpose of securing these grant funds.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 14, whereas Robert E. Leary, Town Supervisor, sees the need for additional public input and further review of Woodsprings Suites, 0 Maple Drive, SBL number 82.03-3-1, subdivision and site plan, and whereas the planning board made a recommendation to the town board on November 5th, 2025 with conditions, and whereas the town board has the authority to call a public hearing to further review the project prior to voting on the approval, now therefore be it resolved, the town board will hold a public hearing to give the public an opportunity to speak before them prior to the decision-making process. The public hearing will be held at the Town Hall, 21 Central Avenue, Lancaster, New York, on the 5th day of January 2026 at 7:05 p.m. local time, and that notice of said time and place of such hearing be published in the official newspaper of general circulation in said town and be posted on the town bulletin board, and that a copy of such notice of hearing be referred to the Erie County Department of Planning pursuant to Section 239M of the General Municipal Law, which notice shall be in the form attached hereto and made a part hereof. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Number 15, Councilmember Burkhart, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board. I'm offering Resolution 15 for adoption. Whereas by letter dated December 9th, 2025, John Pilato, Town of Lancaster Highway Superintendent, has requested the purchase of one new and unused Fisher 12-foot storm box pusher plow for the use by the Highway Department. And whereas the above reference equipment is available from Kaminsky and Sons Truck Equipment, 245 Lewis Street, Buffalo, and will be purchased on an Erie County bid 250100-004, which will eliminate the need for competitive bidding pursuant to Section 103 of the General Municipal Law. And whereas the total cost of $26,743 will be paid out of Highway Budget Line Winter Other Equipment, whereas the 2025 operating budget requires following budget transfers to allow this expenditure. The transfer total is $26,743. Transferred $20,000 from curbing to winter other equipment, and transfer $6,743 from stone line to winter other equipment. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby approves the expenditure of funds as requested by John Pilato, Town of Lancaster Highway Superintendent, to purchase one new and unused Fisher 12-foot storm box pusher plow from Kaminsky and Son Truck Equipment for a total not to exceed $26,743, and be it further resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby approves and authorizes the following budget transfers in the 2025 operating budget, and it's the same as I mentioned above.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 16, Councilmember Schroeder, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I move resolution number 16, whereas by letter dated December 9th, 2025, Carmen Ciccarelli, Maintenance Crew Chief for the Town of Lancaster Building and Grounds Department, has requested the purchase of one new and unused 2025 ABI Force Z23 HLT machine with attachments for use by the Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department. And whereas the above referenced field conditioner will be purchased from sole source provider Alta Equipment Company in Batavia, New York, and whereas the total cost of the equipment is $48,685, with the funds coming from the Parks Equipment Bond. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby approves the purchase of a 2025 ABI Force Z23 HLT machine with attachments from sole source provider Alta Equipment Company for a total amount not to exceed $48,685, with the funds coming from the Parks Equipment Bond.
Do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 17, whereas William Gummo, Chief of Police for the Town of Lancaster, by letter dated December 9th, 2025, has recommended the appointment of Police Officer Keith Doctor to fill the soon-to-be vacant School Resource Officer position due to the retirement of SRO William Lauer. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Police Officer Keith Doctor of Lancaster, New York, be and is hereby appointed to the position of School Resource Officer in the Town of Lancaster Police Department, effective January 19th, 2026, at an annual salary of $97,672, subject to the applicable provisions of the current Cayuga Club Police Benevolent Association collective bargaining agreement and the SRO agreement with the Lancaster Central School District. Be it further resolved that the supervisor of the town of Lancaster shall be authorized to take all necessary action to implement the foregoing. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. And Officer Doctor is with us tonight. Sir, could you please stand up? Congratulations on your new position in the police department. Thank you. Resolution number 18, Councilmember Dickman, please.
Number 18. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor and Honorable Board. I offer Resolution 18. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster has previously held a public hearing November 15, 2021 upon the application of Jennifer Pagano for a special use permit for home occupation of bakery Sweet Ella's Bake Shop on the premise located at 111 Pleasant View Drive, Lancaster, New York. And whereas per its terms and conditions, this special use permit is currently up for renewal. And whereas by letter dated December 3rd, 2025, Jennifer Pagano has requested that the town board renew the special use permit for an additional 2-year period. And whereas Matt Fischione, Code Enforcement Officer, has recommended approval of the special use permit per his letter dated December 9th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Lancaster does hereby grant a special use permit to Jennifer Pagano for home occupation of the bakery at 111 Pleasant View Drive, Lancaster, New York, upon the terms and conditions set forth in the zoning ordinance for the period beginning December 6, 2025 and ending December 5, 2027, and that the applicant will continue in compliance with conditions set forth in Section 400-16G and Section 400-78 of the Code of the Town of Lancaster if the applicant continues to engage in home occupation on the premise, namely, and there are 7 conditions on there.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
On the question? Thank you for reading your last resolution.
The last one.
That's the last one.
On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 19, whereas the town board of the town of Lancaster has previously adopted an operating budget for the 2025 fiscal year, and whereas by email request on December 9, 2025, Nick Swanson, Director of Administration and Finance, requested an increase to the 2025 adopted budget from funds received from auction revenue. Now therefore be it resolved the following budget amendments be and are hereby approved in the 2025 adopted budget of the town of Lancaster. We have an increased total of $41,500. It's going from the account 005-2665 sale of equipment to the account for passenger vehicles. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 20, whereas Urban Engineers of New York, DPC 403 Main Street, Buffalo, New York, has requested an increase of $50,000 to their contract amount for the Siebert Road culvert design, and whereas this request is due to the environmental portion of the design being delayed due to the change in the state wetland regulations, now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Lancaster hereby approves the increased request of $50,000 to Urban Engineers of New York, with the New York State Department of Transportation approving the funds being transferred from construction to design. To cover the increase, this change will incur no cost to the town of Lancaster, as the $50,000 increase will be covered by the grant. Be it further resolved that the supervisor be and is hereby authorized to execute this change order on behalf of the town of Lancaster. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 21, whereas the town board of the town of Lancaster has reviewed the collective bargaining agreement which has been reached between the negotiating teams representing the town of Lancaster and the collective bargaining unit of the town of Lancaster Police Department, known as the Cayuga Club Police Benevolent Association Incorporated. And whereas after due review and consideration, the town board deems it in the public interest to ratify the 2-year contract between the town of Lancaster and the Cayuga Club. now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster hereby adopts and ratifies the collective bargaining agreement as negotiated with the aforementioned Cayuga Club, which will be incorporated into a 2-year contract between the Town of Lancaster and the Cayuga Club, and the Town Board further authorizes the supervisor of the Town of Lancaster to execute the full contract. Do I have a second?
Second.
On the question? On the roll.
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Resolution number 22. Whereas Windsor Ridge Partners LLC, the applicant, has submitted an application to the Town of Lancaster to develop Windsor Ridge South Phase 2 subdivision consisting of 195 single-family homes and all related site improvements to be located on approximately 117 acres at the south end of the Town of Lancaster on 6 vacant lots identified in SBL numbers, which I'm not going to get into at this point, whereas the Town of Lancaster Town Board has established itself as the lead agency pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and whereas the Town Board has determined that the action is a Type 1 action under seeker and directed a coordinated environmental review of the project, and whereas the Town Board has issued a positive declaration of environmental significance and required the applicant to prepare and submit a draft scope to the Town Board in accordance with 6 NYCRR Section 617.8, and whereas the applicant submitted the draft scoping document, which is subject to public review and comment, and at the direction of the Town Board, a public meeting to discuss the draft scoping document prior to the issuance of the final scoping document, and whereas the public comment period was held between October 20th, 2025 and November 12th, 2025, and whereas a public scoping meeting was held on November 5th, 2025 at the regular meeting of the Town of Lancaster Planning Board, and whereas the Town Board has considered the comments made at the scoping meeting and submitted in writing on the draft scoping document by involved and interested agencies and members of the public, and whereas the Town Board has reviewed the proposed final scoping document for the project, which was prepared on behalf of the Town Board with input from the Planning Board members and the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and now therefore be it resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Lancaster as lead agency for the project that final scoping document for preparation of the draft environmental impact statement attached hereto is hereby issued and adopted, and be it further resolved that town staff shall provide the final scoping document to the applicant and to all involved and interested agencies under seeker, and to any individual or entity that has expressed an interest in writing to the Town Board as lead agency. Be it further resolved that the Town Board shall keep copies of the final scoping document available for review and reproduction for the public. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, and on the question, and I'm going to turn to our Deputy Town Attorney to explain exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, so pursuant to the seeker, the State Environmental Quality Review Act, once the planning board issues a positive declaration on a project, it's back in the applicant's hand to open this scoping phase. And so with the final scoping doc that the town prepared, it really gives the applicant a list of what the concerns are, where the mitigation efforts can be made to mitigate some of these environmental impacts that the project may have. And so once they submit their final EIS to the town, environmental impact statement, it's back in our hands to accept that final EIS, and from there we can move into further review of the project. So this is kind of the beginning phase of the scoping phase of the project.
Great, thank you very much. And on the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes. Okay. We come to the point in the town board meeting where it's the presentation of communications by the town clerk. And we're going to go through these. Number 592 through 595 were received and filed. 596 is Planning and Zoning Committee, as is 597 and 598. 599 through 602 received and filed. 603 Planning and Zoning. 604 received and filed. 605 received and filed. 606 Planning and Zoning Committee. 607 Planning and Zoning Committee. 608 received and filed. 609 Planning and Zoning Committee. 610, Planning and Zoning Committee. 611 and 612, received and filed. 613 was a resolution tonight. 614, Planning and Zoning Committee. 615, resolution tonight. 616, received and filed. 617, received and filed. 618, Planning and Zoning Committee. 619, Planning and Zoning Committee. 620, received and filed. 621, Planning and Zoning Committee. 622 was a resolution tonight. 623, Planning and Zoning Committee. 624, Town Engineer and the Highway Superintendent. 625 went to Code Enforcement. 626, Code Enforcement. 627, received and filed. 628, received and filed. 629, received and filed. 630, Planning and Zoning Committee. 631, received and filed. 632, resolution tonight, as is 633, resolution tonight. 634, resolution tonight. 635, Planning and Zoning Committee. 636, Planning and Zoning Committee. 637, resolution tonight. And 638 was received and filed. So now we move on in the town board meeting to persons who want to address the town board on any subject matter. The town board will hear the concerns of persons desiring to address the town board on any town of Lancaster subject for a total period of 30 minutes. Procedure is to raise your hand, be recognized by the supervisor, give your name and address to the town clerk, speak directly to the town board members, not the audience, using the microphone provided in the front here. Number 4, speak once for 5 minutes or less unless the town board grants the speaker an extension of this time limit. And number 5, any unruly activity will result in expulsion from the meeting. Do we have anybody in the audience this evening who wants to speak on any subject matter? Please raise your hand at this point in time. Okay. Seeing no hands raised, we're going to close that portion of our meeting. At this point in time, we are going to be going into executive session to discuss some contracts and some personnel issues. We want to thank everybody for coming this evening and wish you well. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll be back in January. Thank you very much. Can I have a motion to go into the executive session, please?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
On the roll?
Councilmember Burkhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Dickman?
Yes.
Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Supervisor Leary?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Nick, you want to join us, please?